Hello from the Magic Kingdom. So today I'm going to be entertaining an opportunity that I have not had for about a year. I'm going to be park hopping. I'm going to start here at Magic Kingdom and I'm going to end up over at Epcot. Let's head inside. The train station still has this massive scrim in front of it, but I'm pretty sure that the Christmas decorations are finally gone from inside the parks. And sure enough, the Christmas tree and all of the decorations and garland, toy soldiers and Christmas lights and wreaths, they are gone from inside Magic Kingdom. Christmas is finally over. 2 weeks into January. So I did just come here a few days ago, so I don't really have anything on my agenda currently, so I'm just gonna walk around a little bit and then head over to Epcot because the entire point of this is to actually experiment with park hopping again. Alright, and with that being said, I think I'm just gonna take a casual stroll around Magic Kingdom, probably starting in Adventureland, way over there, and then ending in Tomorrowland. Okay, and I'm probably gonna have dinner over at Epcot, but I would love a snack, and this has not been a thing for a while, this spring roll cart, so I'm gonna get myself a spring roll. And check it out, I got one of each spring roll. So there's a pepperoni and a cheeseburger spring roll, I'm pretty sure, in there, and I'm ready for this. So the end of the line for Jungle Cruise goes all the way back through Adventureland. It's not as bad as I've seen it, but I'm searching for a spot to actually sit down and enjoy this. I think I'm gonna head over to Frontierland to try to find a spot. Okay, so in Frontierland there's a custodial cast member. Over here it looks like drawing Mickey and Minnie on the ground. So that's super cool, but I'm still on the hunt to try to find somewhere to eat this, and I think that there's a spot over here. Okay, there was actually somebody already back there sitting at the bench that I wanted to sit at, so I'm gonna see if I can try to find a spot over here by Pecos Bill. Okay, so the outdoor portion of Pecos Bill was pretty much closed for the most part, so I am eating right here. I've never sat at this table ever before, or really anywhere over here before. This is what used to be Tortuga Tavern, kind of right over here next to the entrance of Adventureland, but here I am, finally enjoying my spring rolls. Well, it took me about 5 seconds to devour both of those spring rolls, which were really, really good. Mickey and Minnie and Pluto and Donald and Daisy are going down the street right now, so that's pretty cool. Splash Mountain is silhouetted by some dark clouds. I don't think it's supposed to rain, but it might rain, so that will be a bit of a surprise for me, but I'm continuing my adventure around Magic Kingdom. There's Mickey way down there. It looks like Splash Mountain is currently down right now, which is unfortunate. I definitely want to be able to ride this as many more times as I can before this changes over to Princess and the Frog. In the indefinite future, there's really no timeline whatsoever when that's going to happen, but it will happen. Yeah, Splash Mountain is definitely down, which is inflating the wait time for Big Thunder Mountain just a little bit, but I wanted to come over here to Miners Cove just to get a perspective of the rivers of America that I've never gotten before, at least with the construction going on right now. This is pretty cool. Okay, I think I'm gonna go over to the geyser over here to see what it looks like from over there. So this is Nugget Way, and here it is, the drained rivers of America. Fort Langhorne over there. There's the Haunted Mansion. This is pretty cool. All right, continuing my little adventure around Magic Kingdom before I head over to Epcot. That is where I just was, right over there, and I sincerely hope that they open up Tom Sawyer Island again as soon as possible, because it is probably my favorite place in all of Magic Kingdom, and I know that I don't go over there that often, but that makes it a little bit more special, if that makes sense. This may be a little bit random, but I appreciate your patience with me when it comes to the sparse nature of uploads on this channel. Recently, I have gone back to work, as well as myself and Brennan have been looking into a new living situation, which I'll probably go more in depth when I know more about that in the future. But a lot has been going on this month and the past month, so thanks for hanging in there. I'm trying to get out there and do fun things, but less often. Over in Liberty Square, the Hall of Presidents is still currently open. It is not closed quite yet, so we'll see what kind of announcement comes from Disney at some point in the coming months regarding that, but I'm gonna head through Fantasyland, I think. The line for Haunted Mansion goes all the way back to the Liberty Bell riverboats, it looks like, and then the line for Peter Pan's Flight goes inside Columbia Harbor House, which is not open, but the menu is over at Tomorrowland Terrace. Hooray! How cool would it be to one day actually get a tangled dark ride in Fantasyland. Wouldn't that be just so cool? I would love that. Right now Rapunzel just gets a bathroom, which is a really cool bathroom, but how cool would a dark ride be? Maybe one of these days. Small World is a 25-minute wait, and Peter Pan's Flight is a 25-minute wait as well. Those are pretty modest wait times for both of these rides, especially during a holiday weekend. So I'd like to assume that it's probably not going to rain. If it was going to, it probably would have by now. So I'm still heading through Fantasyland. I am still very much so blown away by the fact that the carousel has one of the longer wait times in all of Fantasyland. It is definitely due to how they have to do spacing for the rows on the ride, but as one of the more consistently, if not the most consistently low wait ride in the entire park, to have one of the higher wait times right now, it's interesting. All right, so it's starting to get a little bit dark now, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to expedite my experience here at Magic Kingdom and then over to Epcot for my first park hopping of the past year almost. All right, so I made it to Tomorrowland. What's pretty interesting is that the people mover way over there, the refurbishment was extended unfortunately on the people mover, but a few days ago it was running. The people mover was running, so we'll see what inevitably happens with that. I'd love to get back on it as soon as possible. I do often forget how integral of a role that the people mover had in my Magic Kingdom experience until I couldn't ride it again for so incredibly long. So I'm ready to do it again. I'm very much so excited about the potential and possibility of riding this at some point, hopefully in the very near future. All right, I think it's time to finally head out of Magic Kingdom and back to my car so I can see what the process is like to park hop. All right, the lights just came on, which means it's gonna get dark here pretty soon. So I'm gonna go and call the park hopping availability number.
Greetings from the Walt Disney World Resort. At this time, all theme parks are available for park hopper access. Thank you and have a magical day.
Okay, so I guess I can head over to Epcot to park hop, and I am pretty sure that I just go there and I just scan again and I'll just be able to go into Epcot. As long as it's after 2 p.m. you can park hop. This is without a doubt one of my favorite times to come to the Magic Kingdom, right as the lights turn on, but before it gets dark. This is just the absolute most, well, one of the most beautiful ways you can experience Main Street USA, without a doubt. I think my favorite area along Main Street is this section in between the Emporium and the confectionery and the cinema over there. It's so vibrant and honestly very, very beautiful and welcoming. One update that's pretty sad is right over here at the fire station. This is where you get recruited for Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom. Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom is going away in a little bit more than a week. I don't know if that's permanently or just indefinitely, I'm not really sure, but I would really like to come back and try to do this one more time if I can around Magic Kingdom. It would be a lot of fun. And there's Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Pluto waving goodbye to everybody on their way out of Magic Kingdom. This was a really pleasant trip to Magic Kingdom today, and my Disney day isn't even over yet because I'm heading over to Epcot. All right, so I'm outside of Magic Kingdom right now. I'm heading over to the resort monorail to take that back to the transportation and ticket center, which is where I parked. What's a little bit interesting about the monorails now is that they added dividers, so now they can put 4 groups in each car. It used to be just 2. Well, it seems only some monorails have the additional dividers. I mean, essentially, there's a barrier right here, so they can put a party here, 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 and where I'm sitting right now, which is
contemporary resort.
how I arrived to Magic Kingdom a little bit earlier, but that was on the express monorail, and now I'm on the resort monorail, so I don't know if that really matters, or it just depends on what monorails they've actually done it on so far. All right, I am back at the parking lot. I'm starting to feel a few drops of rain, so hopefully that doesn't get too much worse by the time I make it over to Epcot. I'm almost back in my car, and I really do wish the Epcot's monorail was running. I get why it's not, but at least we do have park hopping back now, so I guess there'll just be incremental opportunities made available to everybody just a little bit at a time. So hopefully at some point we'll get back the Epcot monorail. All right, and here I am at Epcot. I am nervous and excited. Let's see if this works. It worked! I am at Epcot. I just parked up for the first time in over 10 months. I was at Magic Kingdom and now I'm at Epcot, which doesn't seem like it should be a big deal, but it feels like a pretty big deal. Okay, so I mostly wanted to come to Epcot just to see if I could, and then also to get some dinner. And maybe you can guess where I'm probably gonna go get some dinner because I am very hungry and the thought of it sounds incredible. incredible right now. So I'm heading to Regal Eagle back in the American Adventure Pavilion, presuming that I can make it because it is actually very windy and a little bit threatening right now in terms of the weather. All right, so I'm heading back into the World Showcase. I'm not here for the Festival of the Arts because we were literally just here yesterday and had a bunch of different foods and did a bunch of activities. So I'll have to do that again in the future. Today is just all about park hopping and just the opportunity of being here. Okay, so I've made it to Mexico. It is still pretty windy, and it might be because of that and just the time of day that I'm here, but it's pretty foreboding in Epcot tonight. Okay, so I just put in my mobile order for Regal Eagle, and I wanted to take a moment to honestly appreciate this. I'm back at Epcot. It is dark and it's busy. This just feels like old Epcot's. That and being able to have the potential of park hopping makes it really just feel like old times with the addition of a mask, but this feels good. Obviously the majority of restaurants and experiences are not available right now, and that would absolutely make it feel like old Epcot, but we'll get back there at some point. A trip like tonight really highlights how I experience the theme parks, at least recently, where I had no plans whatsoever to come to Epcot or Magic Kingdom for that matter, and I was just here yesterday. But I guess that's a luxury that I really got to take advantage of. So it sounds like the Voices of Liberty is performing over in the American Adventure Pavilion, so I'm gonna have to try to head over there and pick up my food before that show lets out, so I don't have to bother with fighting that crowd. All right, so the show just ended, but my food is ready for pickup. You see that wonderful blurry screen? There we go, so I'm gonna go grab it and get a table inside. All right, I've been waiting for this. I got the North Carolina chopped smoked pork butt platter with garlic toast and seasoned fries, as well as some sweet barbecue sauce on this side. Yes, I am so excited for this, Brennan. I know you're watching this and you're probably pretty jealous. We'll come back eventually, I promise. All right, so I just finished the pork butt, which was incredible, although I think I still prefer the sliced beef brisket sandwich. It's just, I think it's my preference here, although I pretty much love everything on the menu. I think the brisket is probably my number one. So while I was in there, it's totally started to rain. It's not bad, but it's definitely raining right now, and check it out, the Christmas tree is gone. Christmas is finally over at Disney. All right, so I made it to Japan. I am taking refuge from the rain over by Tempranillo. This is one of the places that I was considering coming for dinner, specifically Katsura Grill right over there, because I haven't eaten there in a long time. And I didn't know if it was open, and it is open, so I'm definitely gonna have to come back to this restaurant as well as plenty of others around Epcot that are not Regal Eagle or festival booths, so hold me to it. I'm gonna do it. Morocco's gonna be one of the countries that's gonna be pretty hard to do that because pretty much all the restaurants are closed here, which is definitely unfortunate because I have always loved eating at Morocco, and I hope that that changes at some point. I think France is one of the pavilions that I really underappreciate when it comes to the nighttime ambience, because it's one of my favorites to see at night without a doubt. There's not a lot to do here at night. It's going to change pretty soon without a doubt, but man, I need to appreciate this a lot more than I do. So what Brennan and I both want to do very soon is to go back to the Rose and Crown to get a couple car bombs. It has been so long since we've done that, and we really need to do it. It's very overdue. The only obstacle with that is the attractive nature of limited time food and drinks that you can get at the festivals, and there's always a festival going on at Epcot, so it's hard to eat at different quick service and table service restaurants around Epcot, but I really sincerely want to be better about it. All right, so I'm heading out of the park now, and it looks like there's been a pretty significant amount of progress on this mural. It's pretty much almost done. There's a lot more done on it than there was yesterday. You can actually make out what the design is. It is still raining. It has been raining since I left the American Adventure, and it's not like a bad rain, it's just like a subtle mist rain, which is almost more annoying. All right, so I made it back to the front of Epcot. You can see it's a little bit hazy back there because it is still raining, and I did not plan for it to rain whatsoever today, but I still had an incredible time. I actually woke up pretty early today because I worked today. I went to work early in the morning until the middle of the afternoon, and then I went straight to Magic Kingdom to enjoy a day there, and then come to Epcot because I wanted to see if I could park hop. I don't know why I didn't think that I would be able to, but I was able to, and I am very, very happy about that because it opens up a lot of possibilities for future videos and experiences around Walt Disney World, both by myself and with Brennan, so that is something to be super excited about. But I am pretty tired, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. It was just a video of me wandering around Magic Kingdom and Epcot and eating and park hopping, but that's what I wanted to do today, so that's what I did. So I'll see you soon. Have a good day, and goodbye.